Hello, my friends. So I did a short today, and the star came out and the tower. Also, the Three of Pentacles and the Four of Wands. The tower was in reverse, all the rest of them were in the upright. It's in my shorts if you want to go take a look. I was very curious about the situation because, I don't know, I just was. So it was a short, so I didn't have enough time to do any sort of in-depth reading and figure out what the heck was going on in any great detail. So I decided that I would do today's longer reading on who you are and what it is you need to hear. Why are you here watching this reading? But first, before we get into all that, Panther. You apparently are the Panther. A Panther person, or experiencing a Panther situation, I should say. The Panther is, this is from the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit. But the Panther is another tower card, honestly. But listen for yourself. Annihilation of the unnecessary, purging. The Panther won't stand to see our growth or energy stagnate. Instead, it pounces into our lives and causes all kinds of havoc, with the ultimate intention of bringing us toward more fulfilling lives. It's unexpected, uncomfortable, and sometimes feels devastating. But after all the dust clears, it's easy to see the Panther's wisdom at work. We've all been through these experiences, and they've made us better people. Trust that the Panther's journey always leads to a brighter place. When in balance, brave and productive. When out of balance, self-destructive. To bring into balance, get rid of the unnecessary. From the short, it looked like the unnecessary had to do with your community, which would be very painful, I'm sure, if that's true. But let's dig into some other tarot and see what we find. So, what is it that you need to hear with your Panther and internal tower? Because if you didn't watch the short, I read the tower in reverse as an internal tower. So shocking revelations, internal revelations that change the way you see everything. And that kind of insight reshapes your entire world in the long run. So the star being here indicates that there's a lot of cleansing and clearing that needs to take place in your life, undoubtedly as a result of this tower energy, Panther energy. Yeah, your limiting beliefs are being destroyed, I guess. Yeah. And the destruction is playing out in your community, I believe. That would be your friends and family, long-term friends, lifetime friends, friends that feel more like family, not casual, newer acquaintances. Four of Swords. Yep. Oh, I'm sorry, I read this wrong. Or did I? You're learning new skills. You've been learning new skills. And that's why, that's what's bringing about all this change. You've had this, I read it as Eight of Swords. Yeah, so Ten of Swords, extremely painful ending. And Four of Swords, a time of reflection. And Four of Pentacles, holding back. That makes sense. Now you've got Three of Swords underneath Ten of Swords. Oh boy. So, yeah, it's been a really tough time for you. And holding back makes a lot of sense. You may be learning, studying something, refining skills, becoming a master of something. But it's not something that you're sharing with the world, not right now. And you're still processing this grief from this painful ending. It's probably going to take a while. You've got the Four of Swords. That's, that's reflection. It's seclusion. It's resting. But it's resting in the sense of recovery, not in the sense of going on a vacation. Hope I didn't bump that, sorry. Yeah. Now we have the Hermit. It's really amazing how these cards are playing out. Four of Swords, Hermit. Four of Swords is pretty hermit-like, honestly. Three of Swords, heartbreak, grief, mourning. 10 of Swords, an ending, a very painful ending. Do you see how they're reinforcing each other? And the Four of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles, they're not, the message isn't similar so much as the way it ties into the rest of this. Sorry, I dropped cards all over the place, but none of them are face up, so none of them want to talk to you. Let's see. All right, so this is who you are. You are someone who is learning, refining skills that you're not sharing. I wonder how these skills tie into this 10 of Swords, 3 of Swords situation. King of Wands in reverse. King of Cups. Huh. Both in reverse. What have you been doing? Please clarify these kings. Three of Cups. So, these are bad influences. Sorry to be so blunt about it, but that's what they are. It could be people, external people. The Three of Cups can definitely refer to friends, socializing, communicating, but you have them in reverse. These are really toxic friends, whether you are willing to acknowledge it or not. Though probably you are coming to that conclusion based on the rest of the reading. And that's been a bit, that's why you have all this Tower energy going on. You're finally realizing the effect of these people. If they were truly your friends, if they truly had your best interests at heart, if they truly cared about you, would you be hiding your new skills from them? Because that's what you're doing, and there's a good reason for it. You're protecting yourself. Maybe that's what the Tower in reverse is about. You're shocked to realize that you need to protect yourself from them. And that could definitely bring about mourning, because these were people that you thought were permanent parts of your life, people that you thought you could count on. And now you're realizing that this is not good for you. So we have someone who's manipulative, selfish. I don't know if it's one person or more than one person. There's definitely a possibility of narcissism here. It's possible they're family as well. Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups is about illusions and delusions, believing that you have wonderful choices, lots of wonderful choices, but really what you have is confusion. Oh, jeez. Huh. And the devil. So the devil, not just bad habits, vices, and addictions, but also illusions and delusions, tying right into this. Although, with the Seven of Cups in reverse, I think you're beginning to see things clearly now. Yeah. So a lot of secrets are coming to light. Or you're beginning to dive deep and find the answers, or find the secrets. Find out what you haven't been told or what you've been fooling yourself about. And it's bringing about change. Which, honestly, this is... change and anxiety. What do you expect, right? So far, this is basically saying everything the short said, just in more detail. This is interesting. We have the King of Swords now. King of Swords is honest, has clarity, authenticity, dream space. This is unique to this deck. It is not a standard tarot card. Perhaps you're doing a lot of work with dream work, maybe trance work. If you are not actively keeping track of your dreams, keeping a dream journal, you might want to start doing that. If you are doing trance work, make sure you're doing it safely and carefully. Don't try to jump in the deep end before you've established some basic skills. The King of Swords has a lot of clarity. They see things clearly. They're decisive. They can be harsh. They, but this one has a quill, a pen. Remember, the pen is mightier than the sword. And the King of Swords is not afraid to use his words, or their words, to cut through whatever the situation may be. But it does look like you are pretty tangled up right now. So it looks like I can understand why you're hermiting right now. There's a lot for you to deal with, a lot of unpacking. You're trying to develop new skills. You're trying to come to terms with new understandings of yourself, of the people in your life, of your new awareness of yourself, and new truths. That's really important. A lot of change is occurring, and it's causing a lot of anxiety, perhaps a lot of unsettled feelings, which is to be expected as you grow and change and heal. You can feel very unsettled. It isn't necessarily anxiety, although you might have a hard time telling the difference, especially at first. Anyway, here is what the wisdom of the Oracle has to say to you. And Observer, number 49. Actually, that sounds like pretty good advice to me if I'm interpreting it correctly, but let's see. Observer, perspective, objectivity, neutral observation from a distance. Yes, this sounds ideal to me. This sounds like exactly what you need. Your situation is complicated. It's messy. There's a lot of clearing and cleaning that needs to be done. You have the star here for a reason. It can be a card of miracles. It's a card of connection to the divine. But yes, I think it's really more about the clearing and cleaning out of all the stuff that does not serve you, that you thought was foundational to your life, and now you're having to rethink everything and learn new skills and change. So, on the outside, it doesn't look like much is going on. But the internal changes are really extremely important. It's not really about doing anything right now. It's about, well, like the card said, gaining a new perspective, trying to be neutral while you observe everything that's going on within yourself, and then how it applies to your external life. So you want to be as close to a neutral, objective observer as you can be, so that you can gain a better understanding and gain a new perspective before you take any actions. All right, the Oracle's message. Most people see the world through a personal lens. They closely identify with their feelings and experiences, so much so that they come to believe that these are the only reality. There are times when you need distance in order to gain perspective and understand your circumstances from a more neutral vantage point. Now is one of those times in your life. This is a perfect moment for you to begin to do some exploring. Instead of only considering yourself, consider what you need to understand about the conditions, people, culture, and environment you're engaged with now. You'll be so happy you did. Illumination is the miracle you seek and will indeed find. Protection message. Ever think sometimes your life options are suction cupped to your face and you can't see beyond yourself? There's a big world out there, a multitude of potential realities that you're unable to perceive at present. So you're a little stuck? It's time to get advice from someone you trust, someone who has a better perspective on your circumstances. Other points of view are needed now before you move forward. Take heart. A beautiful vista is waiting for you to drink it in. You just need a little help widening your scope beyond your small self. And I would strongly recommend that if you do go and find somebody else to talk to help you gain a new perspective, I strongly recommend you find a professional person, not someone in your inner circle. They're not going to give you a new perspective because they can't. And so yes, either a professional counselor, a therapist, some sort of mentor, somebody who is wiser, trained, and outside of your current situation. You obviously need a new perspective. You can gain that for yourself, but it will take time. Perhaps your dreams will help you with that. Getting somebody who is, as I said, a neutral professional could help move along faster, possibly, or just help you take the first steps. In any case, if you need help, go get it. That's always my advice. And I know this is a challenging time for you, but I firmly believe that you will end up happier and healthier because of it. Have strength and courage. Keep going.